Good afternoon, everyone. And a very warm welcome to the EDHEC Celebration of the classes of 2019, 20 and 21. My name is Sébastien Diohed, and I am Director of Student Affairs, Business Management Track.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gergana Gincheva. I'm Professor of Marketing. And I'm the Director of the Business Management Track.
We are thrilled and honored to welcome you today on our beautiful and sunny Lille campus for this special occasion. We are also delighted to share the event with your friends and families around the world as the ceremony is being streamed for the first time. The ceremony will be held in English, but translation kits are available to all guests. Si vous désirez un casque de traduction, merci de vous signaler auprès d'une hôtesse. No need to worry about taking photos. We have professional photographers taking photos throughout the ceremony. All photos will be available to you at the end of the ceremony. Ne vous préoccupez pas de prendre des photos. Nos photographes professionnels mettront les leurs à disposition.
A very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of all professors and EDHEC staff, we are delighted to welcome you today here after such a long time. After 1, 2, 3, or 4 years at EDHEC, we wish to tell you how proud we are with this achievement. And we are sure that your families and friends, they share our excitement as well. In a few seconds, we will call on stage a number of people who played a key role at EDHEC to say a few words. We will also single out a few students who especially stood out academically or through the impact, engagement, or innovation they have demonstrated during their studies. And then, of course, we will share a cocktail. Now, let the ceremony begin.
And without further ado, it is my great honor to invite on stage Professor Emmanuel Mété, Dean of EDHEC Business School.
It's really, really, really cool to be here with you all today. Ladies and gentlemen, dear professors, my dear colleagues, dear EDHEC staff members, dear students, almost graduates, dear parents, dear families, dear friends, I am delighted to welcome you all physically to our beautiful and, as it was said, sunny Lille campus. I know that some of you have been traveling probably from quite remote locations. Thank you all for being here. It's really great to have you on board. A graduation ceremony is a moving occasion. It's a moment when we celebrate your success, the success of the parents as well. It's a rite of passage. It's a moment when one generation hands over the reins to the next one. And it's a moment when there is a very special dialogue between the past and the future. Let's talk about the past for a while. Let's talk about your heritage. EDHEC Business School is a non-for-profit organization. It's been created here in the north of France in 1906 within the Catholic University of Lille by industrialists. While I was preparing this speech, I asked the EDHEC Alumni Association to find out in the EDHEC alumni database who is the oldest EDHEC graduate still alive today. His name is Jacques Carpentier. Jacques was born on June 16, 1918. Yes, at the end of the First World War. Jacques graduated, he was in your shoes, in 1938. It means that Jacques graduated right before the Second World War. At that time, the class size was approximately 30 students, only male. Jacques is now 103 years old. He's in good shape. He lives very close to this campus, by the way. But this is our heritage. This is our history. This is our past. And you have to cherish this past. You have to grow it further from now. And try to imagine what your school will be maybe 20 or 30 years from now. Try to imagine where you will be in 20 or 30 years from now. Let's talk about the future. It's probably less easy. You graduate in a world which is, of course, full of opportunities, but also full of challenges. It's impossible not to mention the war in Ukraine, to think about our Ukrainian students, Ukrainian alumni, and all of the people who are impacted by the war. Beyond the war, it's impossible not to mention climate change. I am sure you know. It's impossible not to mention social justice. I'm sure you know that 70% of the people around the world live with less than $10 a day. It's impossible not to mention instability. In 2020, the number of refugees all around the world amounted 82 million people. It's the equivalent of the population of Germany. I mean, all the challenges, you name them. And last but not least, of course, the COVID. So yes, I mean, you are graduating in a world, and you are going to work in a world which is full of opportunity, that's for sure, but also full of challenges, and you will have to shape this world. You will have to have an impact on it. Yes. You will have to have an impact on it. But when I see how we all collectively reacted during the COVID crisis, I am very proud and I feel reassured. Of course, we could have done things probably better, but overall, all the stakeholders of the EDHEC community made me proud. The students, I mean, whereas you were not the primary target of the virus, you have accepted to go under lockdown, you've accepted to restrict your social life, you've accepted to attend classes online, and for this, you deserve a great thank you. I also would like to talk about my colleagues, the professors, who had to move their classes online overnight. And once they were back on campuses, they had to teach with a mask for more than 1 year. I think also of the EDHEC staff who made it possible, who gave support to you, students, to the staff, and allowed us to continue providing programs during the crisis. I think also about the alumni. They helped the school. They helped you. We opened an emergency fund in order to help the students who had difficulties with the COVID crisis, and they gave money. Families also, parents gave money. The alumni, they gave also jobs, they gave interns, they contributed, they showed solidarity. And finally, I also would like to give mention to the governance of the school, the EDHEC Board of Governance, and our president, Bruno de Pamplonne, that you will see on a video in a couple of minutes. In 2020, we just launched our EDHEC Strat Plan, EDHEC for Future Generations. We launched it in March 2020, and the day after, we were under lockdown. And we decided with the management and the governance of the schools that whatever would happen, we would stick to our strategies, stick to our mission, stick to our values. We had our quoi qu'il en coûte for the French-speaking people. And as a result, today I'm proud just to share with you a few news about what the school has accomplished over the past 2 years, despite the crisis. I would like to pay tribute to my colleagues, professors, who in 2021 published almost 100 scientific articles, 20% more than the year before. I would like to pay tribute, to share also another news. We launched a research center on climate finance. So we want the school to have an impact, a positive impact, especially in the field of finance, and to help finance to fight for climate change. We opened a new campus next to this one, thanks to the support, the financial support of the Arnaud family, the owner of the LVMH group, which is a family from the north of France. We managed to get all of the accreditation by the French Ministry of Higher Education for all of our Masters of Science, which is a signal of high quality academic excellence for all of these programs. We opened a new branch in the US, despite the COVID, EDHEC America. We now have every year 200 students in the US, in California, thanks to our partnerships with UCLA and with Berkeley. And lastly, I am pleased to share with you that we are going to invest in order to favor inclusion at EDHEC. We are going to invest 60 million euro over the next 5 years in order to allow any talented person to attend EDHEC programs, whatever his or her revenues. As a consequence, last December, and it's our common outcome performance, EDHEC, for the first time of its history, entered the top 10 in the European Business School rankings by the Financial Times, along with Oxford, along with London Business School. Yeah. I am the lucky guy who makes the announcement, but you all did it. In conclusion, I just would like to warmly congratulate you on your educational journey at EDHEC. I would like to wish you the very best for your future career and personal life. And I would like to leave you with a quote. Albert Einstein, he was talking about education, and he said, "Education is what remains once we have forgotten all what we have learned at school." Thank you.
And now it is my great honor and my even greater pleasure to invite on stage Michel Sisto, Professor Michel Sisto, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Director of the Grande Ecole Program and MSCs at EDHEC.
Thank you, Sebastian. It is an absolute joy to be here with all of you today and with those of you who are following us in our streaming. You, the classes of 2020 and 2021, today feel the camaraderie of being part of these classes of EDHEC graduates. But you also share the camaraderie of being part of students all over the world who finished their studies and began their careers during a global pandemic. You showed tremendous agility and resilience in this time, adapting in many ways. Many of you were living in Lille, in Paris, or studying around the world in some of our partner institutions. You had to alter your expectations at times. Many of you returned home. For the parents in the room, I had both of my daughters back home from the master for a while. It was an unexpected pleasure, I think, for the parents, perhaps not as much for the students. You had to adapt the way you were learning. Our apprentices were both learning and working online for quite some time. You had to adapt your way of socializing with each other. And yet, a year and 2 years later, here you are engaged in fruitful and enriching professions all over the world. You can be really proud of that, and I'm sure your parents and families are too. And you accomplished this due to your own talents and your tenacity. But you also accomplished this thanks to the support and the love of those who accompanied you along the journey. So I'd like to take a minute and ask all the graduates in the room and those at a distance to please rise and express your appreciation and gratitude to those who have helped you along the way with a warm round of applause. Thank you all, and thank you parents and families and friends. Graduates, you are a group of internationally minded and intellectually talented and socially conscious young professionals. Each of you, in your time at EDHEC, contributed to the school and to our learning community. Each of you has your own unique gifts. One of my favorite quotes was attributed to Picasso, is that the meaning of life is to discover your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. So we hope and we count on each of you to find your own gifts and to be very generous with them in the years to come. There's a number of students in the room who not only took on the challenge of a Master in Management or a specialized Master in Science degree, but also in parallel did a double degree with one of our numerous partner prestigious institutions. Some of you did a double degree in law, some of you in engineering, some mathematics, climate change, and many other fields. So I'd like at this time for all students in the room who completed a double degree to please stand so we can acknowledge your accomplishment. Now I'd like to ask each of you to take a moment to think back on your academic experience at EDHEC. And no doubt you will have a professor in mind that marked your experience in some manner. It may have been, they all have someone in mind. It may have been a professor who, through charisma and storytelling, was able to convey abstract and complex notions in a memorable way. It may be a professor who set the standards high so that you could reach them and do excellent work and aim even higher. It may be a professor who opened your eyes to a new field in which you are now pursuing your professional path. It may be a professor who helped you discover a new lens through which you observe the world. Or it may simply be a professor who inspired you through his or her philosophy of learning and philosophy of life. So at this time, I'm going to call a few very special professors who are your directors to the stage. I'd like to start by calling Professor Christophe Roquilly, Professor Christophe Collard, Professor Christophe Crew. We do have other names. Professor Cédric Verbeck, Professor Florian Pellegrin, Professor Gergana Guincheva, Professor Huali, on behalf of the apprenticeship students, Mrs. Vanina Gaimard, and on behalf of the entrepreneurship students, Professor Quentin Ginissel and Professor Maria Figueroa Amijos. And now I would like to ask all professors present to please join us on stage. Now, your academic life is only one part of your EDHEC experience. In addition to your academic life, you have many teams behind you that are working to provide a rich student life as well as career services and many others. I'd like all staff who are here with us today to please come up on stage as well. What all of these individuals have in common is that they are doing what they love and what they value, and that is contributing to the development and the education of our future generations. On their behalf, I'd like to invite Madame Florence de Costa to say a few words.
Today, in front of you, my colleagues and I are feeling strong, proud, and happy. Strong because we know that even during terrific periods, all together we can make miracles. The world is yours. Proud? Proud of your success, proud of who you are, proud of the EDHEC rankings, and happy to be here with you all. When I remember some sentences I said so many times, just a few months ago, it seems to be a long time. Remember, stay at home but not alone. I know, I'm a sort of poet. On ne lâche rien, and the famous. We suffer together, we win together. And today, it's time to celebrate. We all want to thank you, my dear Alex. Je vous adore.
Let's now move to the EDHEC Student Engagement Awards. At EDHEC, we are lucky to have students with a high level of engagement, both in the school and in society at large. All of them, all of you, deserve praise. But we'd like to distinguish 2 alumni today whose impact has been particularly outstanding and who represent the school's values: innovation, impact, and engagement. To give them their awards, I'm honored to welcome on stage 2 key people at EDHEC, who together represent EDHEC's academic excellence and emphasis on student experience. Please welcome on stage Benoît Arnaud, Dean of Programs, and Alexandre Caron, Director of Student Engagement and Diversity. And now for the turn of the students, I now ask Zoe McClay and Edwin Nguyen to join us on stage. Congratulations. Edwin, you were a data analytics and artificial intelligence student, class of 2020. You won the 2020 EDHEC DataViz Challenge. You are a data visualization consultant at UNICEF, and you work as EMEA Business Intelligence at Amazon. You are a former ice dancer, pre-selected for the Sochi Olympic Games, and you co-founded the European Electric, which promotes electric mobility throughout Europe. Congratulations, Edwin.
Well, first, thank you for this award. I honestly didn't know that, organizing all the parties for 2 years at EDHEC would have led me to this award, though I really appreciate it. I've been suggested to tell you how EDHEC helped me achieving my goals, and my personal and professional goals. The truth is, my academic path has been a bumpy road since the end of high school. I first hesitated pursuing a career in sport, as you just said, and then decided to pursue engineering studies, to finally go in a business school, doing the most technical MSc one business school could offer, and finally end up an engineer. So I won't say that EDHEC helped me achieve my goals, but instead I would say that EDHEC helped me finding my path, setting up these goals, and finally achieving them. my engagement at EDHEC was for the students. I was joking earlier about the party's organization, but the truth is these events had a huge impact in the EDHEC student life that I'm proud of. I had the opportunity to meet so many amazing people, and while I gave so much to EDHEC, I received much more. I met some very close friends here, the person who's sharing my life, Florine, who is here today. So in the end, I'm very grateful for this amazing school and all the people I met there who made me who I am today. Last but not least, of course, I need to thank my parents who have been a faileless support during all these years. I'm grateful that today I've been given the opportunity to say thank you, Mom, merci Maman, and thank you, Dad, merci Papa, in front of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Zoe, you were an MSc Marketing Management student, class of 2020. You are passionate about new technologies, entertainment, and food industries. You are Associate Global Brand Manager at Ubisoft. You are always highly involved in school associations, and for instance, as a soloist at Music Hall, and you are also the president of the school's culinary association, EDHEC.
Thank you for the introduction. Fellow students, wait, my mistake. Fellow young professionals that have been working for the past 2 years, fellow parents and fellow staff. I feel honored and humbled to receive this Student Engagement Award today. Like Edwin, I didn't know it existed, so it was a nice surprise. To be honest, I don't feel like I deserve this award. What I mean by that is that I wasn't particularly putting in effort into being engaged in activities, in classes or sports. I mean, I was, but not consciously, because it's just so easy finding your rhythm at EDHEC, your people, your schedule, your aspirations for life, basically becoming a functioning adult. Because when you get here, you walk through those doors and you're immediately immersed. You want to join a student society. So you go to functions, you meet people, you interview, and then you spend the next 4 years with them. Or like me, you go to apéro every jeudi soir. So you create a bond. And in that regards, I'd like to thank my fellow musical students and EDHEC students. Unfortunately, none of them are here today because they graduated this morning or yesterday, but they heard the speech last week. Your classes also become an important part of your life because they're setting you up with lifelong knowledge, knowledge that you'll use in your professional life, that will open doors, and even help you decide your major. They'll also allow you to go abroad, to live in another country for a while, Aston University represent, meet new people again. And in that regards, I'd like to thank my professors, Professor Schur, Professor De Kaiser, and of course, Professor Gergana Ginchava. Who all made an impact on me. And of course, the MSc Marketing class. I'd also like to thank my parents and my significant other who has been supporting me for the past 10 years. So that's that. It was hard getting here because we literally finished classes at home, closing our laptops, thanks COVID. But we're finally here. So congratulations, classes of 2019, 2020, and 2021. We did it!
Thank you very much. Come to the middle of the stage for the photograph. Thank you very much. Congratulations to both of you. Every year, EDHEC selects an alumna or an alumnus for his or her exceptional career. The sponsor and mentor chosen this year is Bruno de Pampelonne, whose career has been exceptionally successful. He is now the chairman of Tikeo Investment Management, and he has also been extremely engaged at EDHEC as chairman of our board of governors. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but he insisted on sending us an inspiring message that we're sharing with you.
Bonjour à tous. Dear Emmanuel, dear professors, dear teachers, dear EDHEC staff, their parents, their audience, and above all their students, I really wish I could have been here with you today. COVID has kind of turned our life upside down for the last 2 years, and traveling has become slightly more challenging, I would say. So, finally, today is the day when you all receive your diplomas, the day when you enter a new stage in your life. Sincere congratulations, batch of 2020 and 2021. So, some of you might consider this new stage with optimism, others with impatience, and some may even be apprehensive. Whatever your emotion may be today, I assure you that this is a hell of an exciting time waiting for you. Looking back at the past has been quite fascinating to see the rapidity in which the pace of time has accelerated. The world is opening even more, with ecological, technological, sociological revolution multiplying in front of our eyes. And even if not all of them are for the best, this is clearly an exciting time. So time undoubtedly has accelerated significantly, and no doubt it will continue to do so. Today, you're the new kid around the blocks, you're the future, and that's good. It's kind of great for you. But you should not forget that tomorrow you'll be the past. And tomorrow is just around the corner, guy. So one of my advice to you all is, do not waste your precious time. Be insatiable. As Steve Jobs says once, do not let yourself be bound by uncertainties. Do not let failures get you down. It will actually make you much stronger. Oscar Wilde put it in a different way. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterwards. So always aim for the best. Aim for excellence. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit corny, but it's true. Really aim for excellence. But above all, do not forget as well that there is no success without respect. Respect for your environment, respect for our planet, for your teammates, for your friends, for your family, and don't forget, for yourself as well. Be creative, challenge yourself, and always ask yourself the good questions in life. You know, once a reporter asked Oscar Wilde what his answer would be to the unbearable existential questions that any man or woman would ask himself or herself. Who am I? Where do I come from? And where do I go? Oscar Wilde had this great answer, which is, my name is Oscar, I come from down the streets, and I'm going to the pub for a beer. So I'm stating this anecdote before you to tell you that sometimes the simplest of all answers are the best for the most complex problems. So ask yourself the good questions and make sure you take on the challenge to seek the right answers. Always be curious, be eager to learn. Today we live in a society defined by unlimited access to information. So your biggest challenge is not this access to information. You're bombarded with it. Your biggest challenge is to process it, to make sure you act, you take decisions based on the right one. Do not let yourself be manipulated by others. Form your own will, your own personality. Remember also this quote from Pierre Giorgini. Pierre Giorgini was the dean of the Catholic University in Lille. When I know, I share. When I don't know, I ask. Pretty simple. And do not only ask Google, please. And Galileo takes it a step forward when he says, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. So remember that. Be modest. However successful you are, remember that you don't know that much anyway. Be conscious of the fact that it's not what we say which is important, but rather how the other understands it. So be explorative, be curious, or once again, as Steve Jobs puts it, be crazy. We're living here with a complicated world, and this world can sometimes be harsh, even dangerous, certainly challenging, but it's also an exciting one and full of opportunities. And this world needs to be reinvented. And that should be your mission of all of you to do so. And this world that you're set to explore may probably, and has already, experience continuous disruptions. Creative destruction, as Schumpeter predicted. The sector of today are called fintech, medtech, biotech, proptech, agrotech, and so on. The currency of tomorrow might not be the dollar or the euro or the ruble or the pound, but very well the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, and other BNB. And all these disruptions have already started to change our way of lives. So you know, Bill Gates 20 years ago was saying that we'll still need banking, but we might not need banks. I left banking actually 15 years ago, so for once I probably got my timing right. But we see that today. So here again, my recommendation for you is to keep being curious. Go all over the world and meet other culture. Explore the new way of life, explore new technology, construct your own experience. Irrespective of whether they are rewarding or disappointing, they will always be enlightening and useful. Believe. Always believe in your future, in your potential, and believe in yourself. Lastly, I would like to share this very well-known motto which goes, unity creates strength. L'union fait la force. Together we are strong. We stand strong in our family, stronger in our businesses, stronger in our community. And I hope the EDHEC community, to whom we all belong, will allow us to be stronger, for sure, and above all, better. So I would like to conclude by wishing you all every happiness in your personal life and the best of success in your professional life, but also the best of success in your personal life and every happiness in your professional life. So now, batches of 2020, 2021, seize your path and just do it. Thanks a lot.
As you know, academic excellence is at the heart of EDHEC philosophy. And I will remind you a sentence we have been repeating several times. Les notes comptent. Grades count. Professors, we are lucky to have committed and curious students to learn. This is our best professional reward. When I grade an assignment, I'm very happy when the assignment deserves 20 out of 20. All of our students present here, they deserve to be applauded for their academic excellence. You made it. But now we want to distinguish some of you who have demonstrated an outstanding academic excellence in their specific specializations. Then this is the sequence of the Best Student Awards. Jungle. With the MSc in Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and to give the award to the students, I call on stage Professor Maria Figueroa, Director of the MSc in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And now I call on stage the two best students of class of 22 and 21. Actually, Antoine Claret Maria is following us online. Then congratulations, Antoine. And I call on stage Vincent Medina, who is the best student from class of 2021. Now I would like to ask Professors Christophe Collard and Christophe Roquilly to join me on stage for the LLM in Law and Tax Management. And your two best students are Baptiste Fondeur, class of 2020, and Julia Ferry, class of 2021. Please join us on stage. I think Julia is missing, but congratulations, Julia. And now let me call on stage Vanina Guémard, who is the director of our apprenticeship track. And our two best students of the apprenticeship track are Claire Goyon, class of 2019, and Lorena Menengan, class of 2020. Please join us on stage. It's time now to call on stage Professor Cédric Verbeek, Professor Christophe Crou, and Professor Florian Pellegrin for the MSc in Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. Please join us on stage. And the best students of this MSc are Claire Bison-Monroc, class of 2020. Please join us on stage. And Océane Lucas, class of 2021. As you know, EDHEC offers also many possibilities for our students for exchanges abroad, short or longer. And to give the Best Student Award to those exchange or M2 online students, I call on stage Professor Martin Jungst. And the best students class of 2021 is Angèle Demuer. Please join us on stage. We move to the MSc in Marketing Management. And this is a special moment for myself because I have been directing this MSc for 14 years. But this year, it's a rite of passage for me because we have a new director, and I call on stage Professor Hua Li. And we will deliver the prizes together. The two best students of the MSc in Marketing Management for class 2020 is Lorraine Freshwater. Please, Lorraine, join us on stage. I'm not sure, Lorraine, She is not here. She is in the United States watching online. And Ines Obed from the class 2021. Please, Ines. Bravo.
Being part of EDHEC alumni also means entering traditions, sharing aspirations and commitments, and embracing values. These are all summarized in a key document, the Pledge of Loyalty, a copy of which is in your bags. This document is the symbol of your degree and of the core values that the school would like you to remember and personify. The pledge will be read by students themselves in recognition of their engagement and exemplary behavior at EDHEC. I call on stage Ines Obeid and Vincent Medina in recognition of the positive impact they had on their classmates and the school as a whole. Long catwalk.
Good afternoon, everyone. So here we go. As a proud EDHEC graduate, I pledge that I will develop and use my knowledge and skills to make a positive, real impact on society. I will apply my curiosity, my capacity for boldness, and my entrepreneurial spirit to innovate and change practices for the better. I will seek to inspire others by acting with integrity and in a responsible and ethical manner.
I will use my EDHEC experience to promote new ways of living and working together in a climate of caring and trust and which respect equality and inclusiveness. As an EDHEC graduate, I will apply the school values of engagement, open-mindedness and creativity to make the world around me a better place and to serve future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We move to the center of the stage for a photo. Thank you very much. And before we move on to the next and final stage of the celebration, let's watch together a few highlights of some memorable moments of your EDHEC moments.
And now we will start the long-expected sequence. Everyone will be valued during this moment on stage. Families, friends, are you ready for our graduate parade on the catwalk? We begin with the MSc in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. This specialization helps students unleash their potential as a person, as an entrepreneur. The program is designed to guide students step by step in the creation of their own venture. They gain all the personal and professional skills to create dynamic new startups. To welcome the students, it's my great pleasure to call on stage Professor Maria Figuera, Director of the MSc in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. And all MSc Entrepreneurship and Innovation students, class of 2020, please join us on stage.
Stand in the middle of all students. Entrepreneurship and Innovation class of 2021. Please join us on stage. Now is the turn of the LLM in Law and Tax Management. The program is designed to give students an in-depth understanding of the practice of business law in international law firms and corporate legal departments. This program opens doors to a wide range of positions in the legal industry, such as business lawyers, in-house counsels, legal tech lawyers, or compliance officers. To welcome the graduates of the LLM in Law and Tax Management, I'm delighted to call on stage the legal duo of EDHEC, Christophe Roquilly and Christophe Collard. And please, students of 2020, come and meet us on stage. Graduates of 2021, come and join us on stage.
let's continue with our apprenticeship track. As you might know, the apprenticeship track is 1 week of classroom and 3 weeks in a company. And this specific organization offers to our students a unique opportunity to combine theory and practice and to develop highly marketable skills. To welcome our graduates, I call on stage Vanina Guémard, who is the director of the apprenticeship track. And I call on stage apprenticeship track students class of 2019. Please join us on stage. Welcome the students from the apprenticeship track of class of 2020. Please join us on stage. it's time to welcome the graduates from our MSc in Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence. This very quantitative program equips our graduates with quantitative skills, which are very well welcomed for a wide range of positions and opportunities where programming, quantitative analysis, critical thinking, and business management skills are essential. To welcome our graduates, I call on stage our professors, Florian Pellegrin, Christophe Crou, and Cédric Verbeck. Please join us on stage. And graduates from class of 2020, please join us on stage. Graduates from class 2021 MSc in Data Analytics and Artificial Intelligence.
Now is the turn of students in M2 Exchange and M2 Online. Every year, many of our students are selected to go and do their final year in one of EDHEC's international partners. We send students to over 100 prestigious institutions who share EDHEC's aim for excellence over the 5 continents. There, they acquire crucial skills while developing their international profile. With this group, it's my great pleasure to invite as well the students who studied the M2 Online, which EDHEC developed to give flexibility to students while enabling them to acquire the program's competencies. To welcome the graduates, it's my great pleasure to welcome on stage Professor Martin Jungst. And please, students of the M2 Online and M2 Exchange, come and meet us on stage. And last but not least, the MSc in Marketing Management. The program is designed for young, passionate graduates and professionals seeking to make a career change in marketing management. Through this program, students gain advanced knowledge of the marketing discipline and are given the chance to supervise real-time projects through close cooperation with global companies. Students also choose between a concentration in luxury and fashion or entertainment and services. To welcome the graduates, it is my great pleasure to welcome on stage former director of the MSc, Professor Gergana Gincheva, and current director of the MSc, Professor Hua Li. And please, students of 2021, come and join us. Graduates of 2021, it's your moment. Come on stage. A great many thanks to all the program directors, all the professors, and once again, congratulations to all of you graduates. The ceremony is coming to an end, but before we let you go and enjoy the cocktail, we have a very important moment for you. For this, I call on stage Mélanie Aquin to perform the ritual that will enable you to become alumni of EDHEC forever.
Thank you. Hi everyone, I am Mélanie Aquin. I graduated in 2000 from EDHEC Grande Ecole Master Program. I'm very happy to be here. And I was part of the BDE, so it's, I don't know the traduction in English, but anyway. And I am now Vice President of EDHEC Alumni Board. It is my duty and pleasure to close this ceremony, but more than closing it, I would prefer to let's open it towards our future, because in the imminent future, you will be a graduate of EDHEC forever. Yes, EDHEC forever. It's kind of my motto, but that's a secret, because you will now join the big family of EDHEC alumni. We will be there at every step of your way. And I don't know if you know what it means, but let me tell you a little bit more about what it means to be part of EDHEC Alumni Network and what the status of EDHEC for Life offers you. But before, because all the speakers before me quoted great inventors or writers, I could not let them alone, so I'm going to quote someone myself. And since before joining Oracle, I was a marketing director for the Walt Disney companies, I will use a quote from my son's favorite movie, Spider-Man. So, are you about to graduate? Please keep in mind something highly important, that with great powers come great responsibilities. So, back to EDHEC alumni, and our 3 pillars of action. Because our 3 pillars of action are share, care, and dare. So what it means? Share, because together we go further. Share within the professional clubs, the local clubs, meet during our flagship events, because we also do great things. And I would encourage you, maybe today or tomorrow, to sign up for our next event that will take place in Paris on June 9th, which is the EDHEC Rendezvous, or you can also do it online. Then, care, because that's basically what Alumni Connect program is all about. We support our community, of course, but we try to make it also outside. And finally, dare. We support those who innovate and those who want to continue learning with our lifelong learning offer. So, EDHEC Alumni is a great network. That's not, I mean, I'm sure of it, but the press is saying that we are a great network, and you can make it better. So please, we encourage you to reach out, to contribute, and because EDHEC Alumni is your network today. So this ceremony is about to end. Now comes, in the form of a rite of passage, the time to welcome you with great pleasure, but also a lot of solemnity, as a graduate. So I would like all graduates and only graduates, sorry for the parents, to stand up. Okay. Now we are going to make the rite of passage. I am talking about the turning of tassel. So, put the tassel on the right side, because the turning of tassel is basically what symbolizes your graduation. Please follow my three steps instruction, and so that the final photo looks terrific, sorry. So, everyone has a tassel on the right side? No, we're not going to check. Anyway. Now I'm inviting you to turn the tassel on the left side slowly, because it's 3 or 4 years of work. And this is actually the symbol of your graduation. Now, I'm asking a little bit of participation from the audience, the parents, the family, the friends, everyone, the professor, of course. We will all count down all together with your families, everyone, from 5 to 1. No? And when we all say go, you can throw your cap up in the air in unison, and we are all going to celebrate and cheer. Okay, so all together, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!